Good morning, students. In this video, I am going to discuss a complete question of issue of share. As students told me that please make a video from question number 71 to 79. That's why I just make a video of illustration number 75. So all of us, we will read the statement. Khyati Limited issued a prospectus inviting application for 80,000 shares. Company wants to issue 80,000 shares. So that allotted shares will be, total of allotted shares is 80,000. Rupees 10 each, payable as 2 on application, 3 on allotment, 2 on first call and 3 on final call. Applications were received for 1,20,000 shares. As more applications are there, so we have to make a table starting with applied shares, that is equal to 1,20,000. Next we have, it was decided to adjust the excess amount received on account of oversubscription till allotment only. Keep it understand that it is said in question that excess money can be adjusted on allotment only. So it should not be adjusted on calls. So if there is any excess than allotment, then it should be returned back. That means it should be in bank column. Next we have, hence allotment was made as under. To the applications of 20,000 shares full. So 20,000 allotted full shares, that means 20,000. 40,000 allotted 10,000 only, and 60,000 allotted 50,000 only. All of us read the statement till here only. So we have to make a table of excess application money. Applied share, allotted share, share application is of 2. This amount should be equal to share capital, allotment, first call and final call. Share capital is also of rupees 2, which is equal to application. So company should receive total 10. 2 plus 3 5, 5 plus 2 7, 7 plus 3 10. If there is any excess, then it should be returned back. So how this amount will be calculated? All of us applied share multiply with application. 20,000 multiply to 40,000, 40,000 multiply to 80,000 and 60,000 multiply to 1,20,000. Then allotted share multiplied with share capital. 20,000 multiplied to 40, 10,000 multiplied to 20 and 50,000 multiplied to 1 lakh. Now we have to adjust excess amount. 40,000 is equal to 40,000, so no excess. 80,000 received on application, but capital should be only 20. So excess is of 60,000. Excess is of 60,000. But company said adjust only on allotment. How the amount will be adjusted on allotment? Allotted share multiply with allotment. Allotted share multiply with allotment. 10,000 multiply 3. 30,000 will be adjusted only on allotment. And remaining excess money. Excess money is 60,000. So 30,000 adjusted on allotment. So remaining 30,000 should be returned by bank. As it is said in question that excess money is not adjusted on call, it should be returned back. So in next case we have excess money is equal to 120 minus 1 lakh. 20,000 we can maximum adjust on allotment. 50,000 multiply 3, 1 lakh 50. But we have only 20, so it will be adjusted on allotment. Now make a total. Total of share capital 160, total of share application 240, adjusted on allotment 50 and return back 30,000. Now you can make the first entry. First entry is bank account debit to equity share application account. Total of application will be 240. So 240 here. Equity share application account debit to equity share capital account. Excess money adjusted on allotment and then return back. Application we will receive 240. Adjusted on capital, total of share capital is 160, total of share allotment is 50 and return through bank, that is equal to 30,000. I hope this table is clear. If there is any doubt, then you can comment so that I can resolve that problem. Next we have, allotment was made and all shareholders except Tamanna, who had applied for 2,400 shares out of the group 3, could not make allotment money. So for remaining entries, we have to make one more table. Allotted share, allotment, first call and second call. Allotted share is equal to 80,000. Allotment is of 3. First call is of 2. Final call is of 3. So 80,000 multiply 3, 2,40,000. 80,000 multiply 2, 1,60,000. And 80,000 multiply 3, 2,40,000. Now it is said in question, as we have already received on allotment 50,000, so that should be deducted from here. So we will receive on allotment 190. Now it is said in question that Tamanna, who had applied for 2400 shares, because applied shares are given and we can put allotted shares only under the allotted shares. So we have to calculate allotted shares. Tamanna is from group 3. It is group 1. It is group 2 and it is group 3. So Tamanna is from group 3. We have to calculate allotted shares. As we can see, 60,000 allotted, 50,000 only. So 2400 which are given in question, that are applied. 2400 applied for 50,000 upon 60,000 multiplied 2400, that is equal to 2,000 shares. So excess application money, as I told you, excess means difference of applied and allotted. 2400 minus 200, 2000. Excess is 400. Multiply, application is of 2. 400 multiply 2, that is equal to 800. So we can say here allotted, put allotted shares under allotment. 2000 multiply 3, 6000 not received. But we have excess money received, that is 800. So 6000 minus 800, it will be 5200. So amount not received on allotment 190 minus 5200, that is equal to 1,84,800. I hope it's quite clear to everyone. Next, so you in this way you can make the entries of allotment. Equity share allotment account debit to equity share capital account. Allotment should be due from 240. But bank account debit to equity share allotment account, you can also write call scenario or not. It depends on your wish. So bank account debit, we just received 1,84,800. You can also put 5,200 as call scenario. So call scenario account debit because it's not received. To equity share allotment, that is of 1,90,000 because 50,000 already credited. So 240 minus 50 remaining should be 190. So 5,200 should be in call scenario. Now it is said in question that after allotment, Tamanna's share are forfeited. So you have to make the entry of forfeiture after allotment. Tamanna's share, equity share capital account debit because his shares are taken back. To calls in arrear, to share forfeiture. 2000 shares, keep it in mind that only allotted shares can be forfeited, not applied shares. So 2000 multiply called up amount. Company just called 2 rupees on application and 3 on allotment. So called up will be 5 only. 2000 multiply 5, 10,000. Calls in arrear, as I told you, 5,200 which is not received. And 2 share forfeiture which is received. Only application money is received. So 2000 multiplied to 4000 received plus excess money also received. So 4000 plus 800, forfeiture amount will be 4800. I hope it's quite clear. Next we have to make an entry of first call. Now there is one more problem. Another shareholder Chaya, who was allotted 500 shares out of group 2, failed to pay first call. So it is said in question that there is no need to make an entry of second call. So no need to make an entry of second call. But keep it in mind that Tamanna's share are forfeited. So 2000 multiplied 2, 4000 will not be received. So first call should be due from 1,56,000. First call should be due from 1,56,000 as shares are forfeited. You can also calculate it in this way. Out of 80,000 shares, 2,000 shares are forfeited. So remaining will be 78,000 shares and first call is of 2. So 78 multiplied to 1,50,000 should be due. Now what amount we will receive? Bank account debit, calls in arrear debit to equity share first call. How it will be posted? Chaya, who has allotted 500 shares, failed to pay first call. So 500 multiplied to 1000 will not receive from him. So out of 156 minus 1, we will just receive 1,55,000. So bank account debit 1,55,000. Calls in arrear debit 1,000. To equity share first call, that is 1,56,000. Now after this first call, his shares were reissued. 50% of Tamanna's share were reissued. Tamanna's share were 2,000. So we just reissued only 50%. That means 1,000 only. Reissued for rupees 7, paid up of rupees 9. As I told you. So how we will. It is said in question that the paid up amount will be put always in front of share capital. So 50% share 1,000 for rupees 9. That means we just receive 9. Paid up value is 1,000 multiplied 7. 7,000. So remaining is the profit that should be in security premium reserve. Now the last and the most important entry is equity share forfeiture account debit to capital reserve account. Previously we have forfeiture on 2,000 shares. Now reissued only 1,000. So you have to make a calculation. On 2,000 shares forfeiture is 4,800. So on 1,000 share forfeiture is 4,800 upon 2,000 multiply 1,000. That is 2,400. There is no loss. So 2,400 should be credited in capital reserve. Thank you.